On the road to the future of artificial intelligence, there are tens of thousands of people working hard, and Cheng Weizhong, the founder and CEO of Zhongke Shenzhi, is one of them. Compared with Sam Altman and the OpenAI he founded, Cheng Weizhong and the Zhongke Deep Intelligence he founded have chosen a more differentiated competitive route. Cheng Weizhong graduated from the Department of Physics, University of Science and Technology of China, majoring in semiconductors, and graduated from the Institute of World Economics, Fudan University. He has worked in listed companies such as ZTE, Bright Dairy, and Bayway Technology. As an entrepreneurial veteran, he founded Zhongke Shenzhi in 2016. The founding team did not choose the direction of OpenAI's large language model, but chose the relatively niche entry point of virtual human motion and expression generation technology. The reason is that when accepting the daily economic news column of Dialogue with Future Business, click to go directly to the topic, Dialogue with Future Business vertical bar record, forecast, let the future happen. Cheng Weizhong revealed to the reporter that the big language of ChatGPT's breakthrough the model is regarded by the industry as the holy grail of AI, and it is a battlefield that major manufacturers must set foot in. The entrepreneurial team of Zhongke Shenzhi has assessed the situation and firmly established its position as a startup company that should avoid its edge. Different from the OpenAI path, but similar to Sam Altman's enthusiasm for AI, Cheng Weizhong mentioned the word faith more than once in an interview with reporters, and his belief is technology itself. For companies like us that do technology, if we just want to make a profit but fail to do a good job of technology from the bottom of our hearts, the company may die soon. Cheng Weizhong said. But right now, the launch of ChatGPT, which has captured 100 million users worldwide in just 2 months, has aroused doubts about whether the metaverse era can really come, and even concerns about the prospects of virtual humans. In this regard, Cheng Weizhong said that ChatGPT can improve the intelligence of virtual people, but the expressions and movements of virtual people still need to be solved by other large models. In Cheng Weizhong's view, metaverse and ChatGPT are not substitutes. The universe is synonymous with the next generation internet, and it is a concept of a larger category. Unless one day we prove that the next generation internet is not based on 3D vision and immersive environments, then the concept of the metaverse will not be overthrown. He said that the reason why ChatGPT became a hit was not just because of the technical achievements, but because the emergence of ChatGPT heralds the change of the entire interaction mode of the next generation internet. Cheng Weizhong believes that the development of the internet can be divided into 3 stages. The first stage is the PC internet era, the second stage is the mobile internet era, and the third era is the metaverse era. He believes that the key word in the metaverse era is conversation, that is, the anthropomorphic communication between man and machine. Based on this cognition, LLMs such as ChatGPT are indispensable, and generative AI virtual humans are also indispensable. This direction is really bet on us. Cheng Weizhong is somewhat of a gamble in leading Zhongke Shenzhi to the present. In 2015, the founding team and I were discussing whether we should follow the original direction of the mobile internet or find a new direction if we start a business again. Cheng Weizhong recalled. At that time, there were fewer and fewer opportunities for mobile internet innovation. Cheng Weizhong and his entrepreneurial partners set their sights on the next generation internet. The metaverse, which had no complete concept at that time, became the future they bet on. We were thinking at the time that the next generation of the internet was nothing more than technology for scenarios, objects, or people. We think people's technology is more important. Cheng Weizhong said. Based on these considerations, at the beginning, Cheng Weizhong gave Zhongke Shenzhi such a positioning, to provide content production tools driven by software and algorithms for all walks of life around the generation technology of virtual human movements and expressions. When the reporter asked why he didn't choose the big language model track, Cheng Weizhong said, I think if a big factory comes in, it will definitely kill us. Zhongke Shenzhi was founded in 2016, which was a year when artificial intelligence was in the ascendant. Less than a year ago, in December 2015, OpenAI was born. When it was established, it was positioned as a non-profit organization, with the participation of Silicon Valley technology giants such as Altman, Tesla founder Musk, and PayPal co-founder Thiel. Founded with a commitment to invest $1 billion. When OpenAI was established, the tone was quite high. Of course, it is not known to the whole world like it is now, but we, the industry, knew it at that time. Cheng Weizhong recalled that at that time, OpenAI planned to be a big open-source language model, although the direction of OpenAI was not as clear as it is now, because the underlying technology it now uses was released by Google in 2017. Even today's famous OpenAI was only in its infancy at the time, but industry insiders, including Cheng Weizhong, have realized that sooner or later, major manufacturers with a strong financial foundation will focus on large voice models. The reason why I am so sure is related to the particularity of the large language model. Cheng Weizhong revealed that the large language model achieved by ChatGPT has long been regarded by the industry as the holy grail of AI. In human data, the most comprehensive information is language information, the sample size is the largest, the knowledge system is the richest, and training will be easier. On this basis, many American experts have a basic point of view. From a mathematical point of view, the mathematical structure of the human brain and language is similar, hidden Markov model. If this assumption is true, through continuous iterative training of language, after a major breakthrough is made, AI will be realized. Although he made up his mind not to make a large language model, Zhongke Shenzhi still took a road of trial and error at the beginning. In the early days, there were many processes to choose from. Until Google launched Transformer in 2017, we found the direction, and the road gradually became clear. Cheng Weizhong mentioned that the underlying technology of ChatGPT is also Transformer. At that time, Google was based on Transformer, has done a lot of demos, and we are also very excited, and we are slowly focusing our energy in this direction. Whether it is OpenAI or China Shenzhen Science and Technology, it is very risky to focus on Transformer technology. Since it has been focusing on the research and development of the underlying technology in the early stage and has not done too many commercial things, the early research and development expenses of Zhongke Shenzhi are all raised by the team out of pocket. In 2019, the company launched the first generation of more mature products, and the situation improved. In 2020, 4 years after its establishment, Zhongke Shenzhi finally received tens of millions of angel round financing. The next turning point will happen in 2021. According to Kaikacha, at the beginning of this year, Zhongke Shenzhi received tens of millions of RMB, a round of financing led by the well-known investment institution GSR Venture Capital. In November 2021, Zhongke Shenzhi received another round B financing of approximately $10 million from Morning Hill Capital. It was also in this year that Cheng Weizhong felt that he gambled right. Judging from the overall development trend, we are really betting on this direction, and we feel that we are doing more and more right. Cheng Weizhong said. To strike a balance between ideal and reality. When GSR Ventures officially announced the financing news of Zhongke Shenzhi, Zhu Xiao, then the managing partner of GSR Ventures, said, "The future will be 10 years of equal emphasis on consumer internet and enterprise services." We continue to be optimistic about the use of a startup that empowers the B side of large consumption scenarios with various new technologies. It is a good thing to be favored by star investors, but as an entrepreneur with a technical background, Cheng Weizhong still has a feeling of unpaid ambition. He hopes that capital can see more technical value of Zhongke Shenzhi. Cheng Weizhong said, "Investors have confidence in us because they feel that we are indeed a leading company in the field of virtual human beings. On the one hand, we did it early, and on the other hand, we are also very focused. Cheng Weizhong said that domestic investors pay more attention to the implementation of specific products and pay attention to the performance and application prospects of core businesses in the market. They are not very interested in telling them some special gone things. This may also be the reason why Zhongke Shenzhi received the first financing late. Cheng Weizhong recalled, at that time, the most painful thing we felt was that although we thought this direction was very important, it was difficult for us to clarify the specific implementation path when we were talking to VC. We thought the road was it can work, but there are many possibilities and uncertainties based on the large-scale model. He clearly remembers that an investor said to him at that time, "Since you think it is very important, you should invest in it first. Talk about money." Therefore, the company's founding team supported the company's development at their own expense in the early days. During the conversation, Cheng Weizhong was also moved by the rise of OpenAI with the help of US dollar capital. In his view, the logic and environment of the domestic capital market, which pays more attention to quick and short-term returns, will put pressure on companies that promote the research and development of generative AI technology in vertical fields. Keeping the clouds open to see the moon, and getting the star capital bet can be regarded as a staged success. Between the realistic demands of balancing capital, and the pursuit of its own technological ideals, Zhongke Shenzhi has embarked on a unique development route. Cheng Weizhong introduced the reporter that Zhongke Shenzhi is positioned as a generative AI virtual human and 3D egg technology company. Up to now, it has mainly three parts. The first part is the underlying algorithm. In Cheng Weizhong's words, it is something that I think is very precious. It is reported that the underlying algorithm of Zhongke Shenzhi is the self-developed CLAP algorithm, namely the contrastive language action pre-training algorithm. The second part is Motionverse, a virtual human business platform. According to the data, this is a multimodal motion generation driving engine. Get up and interact with users anytime. Cheng Weizhong defines this part as the part that the outside world thinks is very important, and the company also thinks it is very important. The third part is 3D egg products. In Cheng Weizhong's view, this part is the part that investors value more. In terms of products, taking a single product as an example, in response to market demand, Zhongke Shenzhi launched the Auto Broadcast Virtual Live Broadcast product, allowing virtual anchors to roll live broadcasts throughout the year. According to the data provided by Zhongke Shenzhi, its virtual anchor products have served more than 2,000 customers, accounting for nearly 70% of the virtual anchors of mainstream e-commerce platforms. The whole market is constantly changing. If a product is very good this year, it is difficult to determine whether it will be popular 3 years later. But the direction of the algorithm is that once it goes smoothly, it will become smoother. So we think that the underlying things will be more important. Cheng Weizhong said. When it comes to business scope, Zhongke Shenzhi remains cautious. Things that are separated from technology, such as creating IP, are not our business scope. Cheng Weizhong said. In fact, Cheng Weizhong believes that a technology-led company needs to consider multiple considerations when launching products. Why is ChatGPT so popular? OpenAI still hasn't launched a product. Cheng Weizhong analyzed, on the one hand, the OpenAI team believes that the algorithm is not mature enough. In this case, launching a large number of products may make users feel disgusted. On the other hand, when a company does not consider revenue and products, the company can all in the iteration of the algorithm, and the iteration of the algorithm will inevitably be faster. Cheng Weizhong believes that if a company's algorithm iteration has not reached an ideal state and then ends up making product and service solutions, it will naturally be uncomfortable. Super Virtual Human Assistant, the entrance to the metaverse era. With the instant popularity of ChatGPT, many doubts have attacked the virtual human, and even the metaverse track. There is even a view that with ChatGPT becoming the focus, the virtual human, and even the metaverse behind it will become a yellow flower. Cheng Weizhong obviously does not agree with this point of view. In his view, the emergence of ChatGPT has accelerated the arrival of a new era of the metaverse. In the future, there will be super virtual human assistants to play the role of the entrance of the era of the metaverse. In the past, our internet interaction method was menu-based. The menu-based interaction method is the result of the development of science and technology, which is very different from our human instinct. Cheng Weizhong said, "Human instinctive communication is through voice communication, or face-to-face." In his view, ChatGPT provides new possibilities. Currently, ChatGPT provides a text conversation, and then it can also communicate through voice. In further imagination of the future, the opposite side can also be a virtual person. We and virtual humans to communicate. That is to say, in Cheng Weizhong's foreseeable future, the text conversation that people are accustomed to now will soon become a sound conversation, and eventually evolve into a sound plus visual multimedia conversation. It is precisely because of this that Cheng Weizhong believes that as the entrance of a new era, the status of virtual humans in the future world cannot be shaken. The premise of all this is the further maturity of virtual human technology. It is worth mentioning that although most people in the industry believe that ChatGPT can improve the intelligence of virtual people and endow virtual people with souls, in terms of technology alone, there is still a long way to go before an ideal virtual person actually arrives. Cheng Weizhong mentioned that ChatGPT cannot solve all the problems of virtual human-computer interaction. If you want a virtual human to smile and walk like a human, you need Zhongke Shenzhi to do a large model algorithm driven by virtual human movements and expressions. From a technical point of view, although ChatGPT will greatly improve the intelligence of virtual humans, it cannot make the interaction between virtual humans and humans smoother and more vivid. Cheng Weizhong said, "For this road to go smoothly, the support of capital is essential. Can this hurricane driven by ChatGPT bring more opportunities for the development of Zhongke Shenzhi? Will there be a new change in the attitude of the capitals? I'm not sure." Cheng Weizhong replied quickly. In his view, the current attention of the outside world is more focused on large language models, and an obvious turning point in the future may occur after the advent of GPT-4. The focus of GPT-4 may shift from large language models to multimodal learning. On that day, VCs may feel that multimodal training for vertical industries is a more attractive direction in the future. I firmly believe that this time will come. And multimodal training is exactly the field that Zhongke Shenzhi is good at. Through multimodal driving technology, Zhongke Shenzhi allows virtual humans to interact with people more energetically. Cheng Weizhong told reporters that the so-called multimodal training means that when a person enters a text message into the virtual person, ChatGPT can process the text into a language that the virtual person can understand, but in the later stage, how does the virtual person know? Actions have nothing to do with the language modality of ChatGPT, and require the participation of more modalities. At the current stage, the emergence of ChatGPT has brought certain benefits to Zhongke Shenzhi in the primary market. At least, Cheng Weizhong felt that when he talked to others about what Zhongke Shenzhi does, more and more people understood it. In his prediction, the development of virtual humans will be one step faster than that of metaverse. Although virtual human technology is part of the original technology of metaverse, virtual humans themselves are also an interactive tool that solves the interaction problem. Play a key role. He believes that before the real arrival of the metaverse, in the next 3 to 5 years, as long as there are screens and the internet, there will be virtual people.